Hi everyone. So today I'm going to talk to you about how you can find out if that person is likely to betray you or cheat on you by using Chinese astrology called Bazi or Pachu. So what is Chinese astrology? I'm sure you're aware of the 12 animals, and not a lot of you know that the 12 animals is not just applied on the year that you were born, but as well as on the day, the hour, and the month. So each of these elements, the hour, the day, the month, the year, each and one of them has their own time specific animal zodiacs that was assigned to you at birth, and that shapes your destiny. You can also find out what career you're meant to do, who you're gonna get married, when are you gonna get married, when are you gonna make it big, when are you gonna hit that jackpot, everything. Just like Indian Vedic astrology or Western astrology, but with the Chinese method, it's more on the elements and the weights of the earth, fire, water, metal. Let me see, wood. Yes, those are the elements, and they also have a uh, gender assigned to it. You know, the yin and yang, the female and the male. So there's female and male fire, female and male water, earth, wood, and so and so. Okay, so yeah, let's get right down to it. This video is about who is most likely to betray you or lie to you or use you or even attack you in case like such as rape and stuff, so you can avoid those things. Let's get down to it. If you have rabbit in either of the pillars of time, hour, day that you were born, month, or the year, if you have a rabbit and then you meet someone who has a rat in the day, pillar, hour, month, and year, either one of them, you just need one from each. You have the rabbit and the other person has the rat. Usually, through my experience, because I have rabbit on the month and the year, and I have noticed that whenever I meet someone, usually I don't check their zodiac and stuff. It's either at workplace, or I'm dating someone, or someone that I've befriended, and each time this when it does happen, when this person betray me or hurt me in some way, when I check later, when I check their date of birth, I got a real shocker. They have rat either on the day or the year or month. Doesn't matter. The hour is a lot worse, because the hour, if they were born in the hour of rat, it usually means sex, and it could mean that this person can take advantage of you when it comes to sex. They could rape you and such. But of course, you can't check the date of birth of a rapist or something. That is something that you have to be vigilant. But at least I can tell you that if you start dating someone and that person is just there to use you, and it happens so that you have rabbit on either of the pillars, and this person has a rat on the hour that he was born, he will betray you. He will attack you, use you. In either way, it doesn't matter how good looking he is, how he takes care of you or something. He will dump you and go for another woman, or he might even attack you, force you to have sex with him and such. And also at workplace, like I have a rabbit on the month Month usually represents your workplace, people that you communicate when it concerns either jobs, and it could also mean siblings. Okay, so I have rabbit. I was born on the month of rabbit. Okay, so my story is, there was one time I was betrayed by my own supervisor, ex supervisor actually. She was leaving the job, so I was asked to take over her position. When she found out, she went over to the general manager, and I don't know what she told them. Basically, I was just about to sign the agreement for the promotion, and suddenly they halted it. They stopped it. They said, "Oh, the general manager doesn't like you." I'm like, "Excuse me? Doesn't like me?" I mean, I was the best person for the job. So it was so strange. And the working culture here from where I'm staying is really bad. It's really, really bad. It's just nonsense, actually. A lot of office politics. So, yeah. Um, I do not know her date of birth, but if I do, I think that's what it is, a rat, because it has been a reoccurring theme in my working life, because every time there's, when I do a good job or something, there's always somebody sneaking behind trying to paint a bad picture about me just so that they can get ahead. And it has happened to me a lot of times. A lot of times. So if you have a rabbit in the month, watch out. Watch out. Try to just work under the radar. Don't show off, because it's gonna be a living hell for you when you're working. I'm not trying to discourage you guys, okay? It's just that, sometimes you need to survive, and you have to be under the radar. And if it happens so that your manager or your supervisor is a rat, then most probably you will not get that promotion. If you have a rabbit, it's just what it is. It is, it is what it is. So, next is, if you have rabbit on the day, okay, or that person that you're dating has a rat on their day. Day represents the significant other, the girlfriend, the wife, would be wife, and or the wife itself. So when they have rat on the day, they will betray their significant other, their spouse. So this things applies not just on the, with men, and it also applies on, with women. So that's for rat. They, the thing is, they have good networking skills. They are really good talkers. That's the thing. People tend to believe them and all that. They're very articulate. So what about rabbits? Rabbits are diplomatic, and obviously they're also good in networking. But the thing is that I don't know, there should be a caveat emptor when the rabbit falls on the month pillar when it concerns work. It's just that I noticed that if you have a rabbit under the month pillar, which is also a career pillar or work pillar, you have to work under the radar. You can't expose yourself. And when you expose yourself, you'll attract the rat, who's very cunning and conniving, and also dragons. They tend not to. I mean, dragons. They can be friends. They can be friends, but they get jealous. There you go. So, and other than that, rabbit is also a peach blossom, meaning it does give some attractiveness. So, whatever you do, if the rabbit falls on your day self or work or year or whatever, you tend to, cast this limelight over yourself. People do notice you. That's the thing about rabbits, okay? So rabbits do not do anything on a rat hour, rat day, rat year. There'll be some betrayal. There's gonna be something that's just gonna, you know, just gonna hurt you. Like, for instance, you send a mail on a rat day. Male and rat. Male, when you send a mail, the male significance is fire because it's movement. Okay? Think of Pony Express, because in Chinese astrology, the pony or the horse is a traveling factor, it's a traveling star. So traveling star and the water rat, they do not get along fine. It's always a disaster. So your mail might, get lost. Somebody opens your mail. Those who not supposed to open the mail, they open your mail. Something like that. That's what will happen usually. You can't do much if you have a lot of rabbit on your chart. You can't do much on a rat day because there's going to be some sort of punishment, some karmic things. These are meant to happen actually sometimes, and it's got to do with karma. But if you want to avoid it, yes, please avoid rat hour, rat day, rat year. Okay, so that's it. Next video I'll talk about the rat and the dog. They are good friends, so let's see how the dog helps the rabbit.